Yeah, Jason, I can tell you the authorities are definitely keeping an eye on the water levels along the Guadalupe River. I'm going to step aside and kind of show you that obviously they have receded a great deal from their highest point, but you can take a look out there. That gives you an idea of how high that water was at one point. And if you've ever tried to move mud and felt how heavy it is, it gives you an idea of what some of these search and rescue teams are dealing with right now. There are snakes in the water, moccasins, and they are trying to move huge piles of debris in order to get to some of these areas as they try to look for any survivors, or if that fails, try to recover some of the bodies that are still missing. But I can tell you, we just got to look at some new video of new rescues still taking place today. New video shows the dramatic rescue of a man in Kerrville, Texas. This RV surrounded by floodwaters, the Coast Guard coming in by helicopter and lifting him to safety. ABC's Maria Villarreal embedded with the Coast Guard as they search through the dense forest.
We got a FLIR camera on the front of the aircraft. It is a very good camera that we have, and is also an infrared camera, so we can find heat signatures, things like that.
Crews out in force searching for survivors, with roads transformed into rivers after extreme flash flooding over the weekend. More than 400 first responders from 20 different agencies helping rescue nearly 1,000 people since Friday, but dozens are still missing.
I need to tell my community and those families who are waiting, this will be a rough week. Primary search continues, and we remain hopeful.
This woman found clinging to a tree with floodwaters rushing below. Waters rising 26 feet in less than an hour over the weekend, officials say, as many were asleep. The Guadalupe River overflowing, water from the river tearing through nearby Camp Mystic, where 750 girls were spending the holiday weekend. Some still reported missing, including 10-year-old camper Greta Toranzo from Houston. Among the dead, recent high school graduate and camp counselor Chloe Childress. Her family saying she lived a beautiful life of joy and faith, adding she was looking forward to dedicating her summer days to loving and mentoring young girls at Camp Mystic. Campers Sarah Marsh and Janie Hunt, just 8 and 9 years old, also killed.
For families to let go of their loved ones and not knowing they won't see them again, that's very devastation.
Just go hug your kids, because I got to tell you, I hugged my girls with tears in my eyes, because every one of us who's a parent, there but for the grace of God go I.
Dr. Catherine Eads was camping in an RV with her husband when the two were separated in the rising floodwaters. Her family calling her loss far too soon.
Texas is grieving right now. The pain, the shock of what has transpired these last few days has broken the heart of our state.